I broke up with my fiance 2 days before our wedding after finding out she had male strippers at her bachelorette. Everyone is calling me whiny, am I wrong there?
I split up with my fiancée 2 days before our wedding after learning that she had invited male strippers to her bachelorette party. Although everyone is calling me whiny, am I misrepresenting the situation here? Basically, after 5 years of dating, I should have been married by now under normal circumstances. Still, I broke up with her and called off the wedding because they invited male strippers to her bachelorette party. Although I wouldn't say I like these kinds of events, I reluctantly agreed after the bride and groom agreed we would keep things simple. I told my ex-fiancée that I was uncomfortable with strippers or other kinds of crazy things. She concurred. I also warned my buddies that there would be issues if they did something foolish without my knowledge. My friend and I spent our time at her summer home playing board games, doing some WoW raids and lounging around the pool. My ex-fiancée and her friends went to a restaurant, then rented an Airbnb. There was no problem during the night, and the next day I asked how things went. She and her close friends said it was really chill and good. We returned to the city center. After that, I encountered another bridesmaid that day when I was shopping for a bracelet for my ex-fiancée for her upcoming birthday. I asked that girl, "How's everything?" as we were in the same department at the college, but rarely talk. Now she is closer with my fiancé than me. She said it's going good, and last night was crazy with all the strippers after saying that she looked uncomfortable. I asked her about the details, but she was not willing to tell much. I think she realized she should not have talked about it. I laughed, said goodbye and left. I confronted my fiancée and she seemed surprised about it. She was denying it first, then told me nothing. Crazy happened, and one of the brides, Ms., invited strippers. I reminded her that it was a strict boundary for me. I asked about the details, but she said there was nothing much with strippers, just solo dances, and that's it. I told her, I need some time to think. Almost all of the bridesmaids messaged me, ensuring nothing happened when I was on my way back home. Definitely not coordinated. Things happened after that, but in the end, I decided to break up and cancel the wedding. I lost some money since it was only 2 days before the wedding. Things are not cool right now, my head is messed up. I get criticism from everyone and have no idea about to do. My sister told me to see a therapist to process my thoughts and feelings. That is what I'll do next. Some mutuals suggested to me that I should reconsider things and stop being so whiny about such a small thing. I do not think it's such a small thing, especially when they all tried to hide it from me. Am I wrong here? Apt remarks, I genuinely believe that you overreacted. And that's her being a well-shot, controlling hen. You don't usually choose what happens to your bridesmaids. So if you can't trust her, that's your problem, not hers. I also really admire that you have boundaries and stick to them. I hope you will move on, so NTA. But if you want to control someone like that, go for a robot rather than a human, as we all make mistakes. How we handle them as a couple makes us resilient. However, that's just my opinion. As I said, NTA op, I would be okay if she hadn't lied initially, and everyone had been telling different things about what happened that night. Everyone is saying different things about what happened, and nobody is providing details. Were she to call me instead, I would have gone to pick her up if my friends had invited a stripper without my knowledge, as we both agreed it was unacceptable. She is not getting along with her friends and everything is chaotic. Trusting someone's words in a situation like that isn't easy. However, before I can pass judgment, I need more information. Was GF aware of the problem beforehand, or was she ambushed once drunk and away from home? How far from home was she? I appreciate your suggestions and have read most of the responses to the original article. My problem was not her being blindsided by her friends, but lying. Every bridesmaid told different things, and none gave details about what happened. You can understand that it shatters your trust and makes you think something is happening. I thought there was something wrong with me after reading the comments. There were a lot of years, and I felt I should apologize. One of the bridesmaids reached out to me last evening. I suspect she saw the post somewhere and recognized I didn't know my fiancé had been having problems with her friends since last week. but I did not know the extent of my ex-fiancée and her close friends.
Details here,
blamed the girl that
but in
I
the
encountered
end,
at the mall.
she told
about
me my
everything.
ex-fiancée and
This
other
divided
bridesmaids
the group
got sexual
and led
with the
into a
strippers.
verbal fight.
To my knowledge,
I will skip the
my
personal.
fiancée was the only one who had a boyfriend or fiancée or spouse, at least monogamously there. Also, she told Mayor that stripper invites did not blindside my ex-fiancée. She was happy to see the strippers and was relieved she had an excuse. I don't have evidence for all of these, but I did find a brief video of girls getting into sexual relations with strippers. One of the girls is my ex-fiancée, and she has been attempting to contact me since then. When I confronted her, she denied it once more. Then we just touched. Then we kissed, and I gave him a handjob. Eventually, other people forced me to do these things, so I just blocked her after the last section. I wasn't sure if this was true, even now, so I'll never know. But all I can say is that it hurts. And I'll visit a therapist, rather than bring my burdens into my next relationship. I must concentrate on making up the $15,000 I lost on wedding-related expenses. I choose to overlook the strange remarks made by some misogynists about women. Some people called me an awkward, funny nerd for playing WoW at my bachelor party. Indeed, the whole point of bachelor parties is to have one last fun with the guys, not to miss out on one last chance at sex or getting a stranger's butt on my face. Well, that's it. Tomorrow is therapy time, and I appreciate your assistance.